Welcome to Soul Mission Channel Reclamation Series, episode 5. And I am so happy, exhilarated, grateful to be here with you today and bring this conversation forward. This content series is a beautiful offering stemming from the temple offering of Unapologetic Channel, which is a 2-day immersion happening at the end of May, where a group of souls are going to receive this beautiful transformation of expressing and being able to express in an unapologetic way, and also embodying being the inevitable choice, the one, so your soul tribe co-creates more with you. And and being the one that your beautiful soul tribe moves toward. And freaking hell, isn't this more important now than ever to claim back our power and to really anchor ourselves in the truth of our divinity and being able to use this as the channel and our beautiful certainty, our beautiful conviction, which today is all about conviction, so that other people can also access their highest timelines and this world keeps raising the frequency and our earth continues on this beautiful ascension path. I believe so. So if you believe this also, if you believe that your work is needed now more than ever, and every single tool, every single skill, every single higher perspective that can help you access even more of your soul mission destiny of earth on earth is needed, it's important to you, then stay tuned for this conversation. And I see someone is live, so whenever you're live, you can just drop a hi also, and I'll see your name. Some of you are also tuning in from YouTube. Oh my goodness, our last video had so many views, so I'm so grateful that you guys are receiving this. And let's go into today, where it's all about conviction. And conviction, oh my goodness, I can feel like already the code streaming through. This is so beautiful. This is such a beautiful and profound conversation to bring, because let's start with conviction is not confidence, beautiful soul. Conviction is not the same as confidence, but at the same time, and conviction is just this feeling that it's undeniable. It's so in your body that you are fully sold on yourself or on what you're talking about, that you believe this, that this is a part of you. And yeah, the conviction when it comes to channels and the work of channels it's something unique. It is not something that comes because of our invincible and we are the winners of the world, we dominate, we crush, we are the number one, I have the number one methodology, this is the number one fuck that bullshit. And by the way, there's going to be cursing on this episode, so you heard it first. And it also doesn't come from, like just having so, like your mind is so in it and you never waver, you never doubt or never have these second thoughts. Conviction for a person that is bringing, and it's the channel of higher frequencies, or is the vehicle for higher perspectives that liberate humanity, has more to do with, or comes from, surrenderness, comes from co-creation, and comes from faith. And so it is so crushing when, like right now, as we, like, part of the context for this conversation, and part of not only the reasons why Unapologetic Channel, and also which is this two-day offering, but also this content series like stems from, is because the the rules have changed and the digital environment has shifted. But so in this new environment where there are new rules, there are some things that potentially felt like weird at the beginning, but now actually like they can play on our favor. And I am talking about what happens when you allow yourself to be the full transmission of that frequency and that the codes, the light codes that you came here to share. Because and I'm actually going to, I like to keep things like focused. I'm actually going to go into a little bit of a story. I want to say that no one is exempt to this. And there are like different ways in which the new dynamics have played for each and every one of us. And so I want to share with you that at the end of last year, where it was like, you know, it was like AI was everywhere and so many things are happening. I went through a period of adjustment with my soul mission where I felt like some things, like I'm ready to evolve. I'm ready to leave some things behind in the way I used to do things, who I used to talk to or speak, you know, with and refer to talk to in my content, etc. And for me specifically, the thing that happened is that I saw myself relying way too much on AI, not because I was creating content with AI, but actually because there seemed to always be something to bounce with AI. Because yes, when you train it properly, it can become like this second brain. So that is incredible. That's great. I have taught a lot of people actually how to also co-create with AI, but listen, I'm saying co-create, not creating all this stuff with AI. But all of a sudden, it's like I start feeling, and I want to open up a little bit more. So what was another thing that was happening is that, I mean, like, mind you, one of the things that I'm a genius at, and I have supported so many beautiful souls, is to getting this deeper understanding of the codes that and their specific frequency, even how their channel operates. That happens mostly in my soul mission oracle sessions, but helping people understand and give their own language to what they witness in sessions, which is exactly the work that we're going for inside the 2-day immersion. But now think about, like, you know, I want to say, I have done this work and I have supported people that have delivered dozens of sessions. I have done this work with, and just let me let me fix this real quick because I think that's okay. Yeah, that's, oh my goodness. For a moment, I got my OCD there. I have helped people who's been doing their work, like working on what they do for years, also like being on the arena somehow for years, 3-4 years, even more. And to decode what is it that happens and how like their powerful gifts express when in one-on-one or group setting work, and then being able to, again, give language to this. And it took time, it took a process. You know, many years went by, they were still like selling and moving people into their paperwork and everything, but something was missing. And I was experiencing a variation of the same, because for me, it's like I was bringing forward my body of work for many years, but I had landed just a few months ago in the actual methodology name and, you know, like what it's my unique codex. So there I am, like I have lots of practicum hours, but I am also understanding better also for myself how to communicate, how to bring this forward in a second language. That's the thing. In a second language. Serving clients and I'm doing my marketing and everything is in my second language, which is English. And And there's something different. There's something that happens when like, so there's an extra level of complexity. That's what I want to say. And so for me, like, I feel that AI then became an extremely powerful and helpful tool because it added extra language and extra words to what I was doing, just because of, you know, from a language perspective, from a second language perspective. And this is why my soul guided me to sign up to programs and masterminds that are delivered in Spanish, and take the deep dive into my own libraries to like to get to so many beautiful aspects of it, but in my own native tongue, with my own language. And so for me, then this is what happened, is that all of a sudden, like before I took that deep dive, it was like there was always like something to bounce with my AI assistant, or perhaps there was something to tweak and refine. And in the process, maybe some of the frequency, I would feel like some of the frequency was lost. And ultimately also there was a point where it was just like so obvious that I actually needed to completely shift how I was approaching this process and just go dive into my own language. But then, and then what happens is I go into Spanish. I go into my own libraries. I also start my Spanish brand, communicating in my language, decoding like this marketing structure, but in another language with an audience that it's like zero, right? Because even though I have over 1,000 people on that page, most of those people connected to a version of me when I was more like, look how inspiring my life is, like, look at the things that I've been able to overcome, you can do this also. Like, so the message was different, so it was like starting from scratch. And I go into, I have a few notes here. And then one day it's like, okay, so I feel like, oh, I'm ready. I'm actually ready to go back into Mission Soul. And I actually have feelings about this that I want to share. I'm gonna do an Instagram live. I'm feeling it in my heart, but to stay focused on the topic, just because it's I want to say what I can say now is the feelings. I actually have some stories to also share about all of this, but the thing is that my soul tribe hasn't changed. The movement I am leading hasn't changed. There are structural items and things that have changed, but my message has not changed. The frequencies that I'm here to anchor, that hasn't changed, but it took a process, right? Like, and I bet you can also relate with moments where you have to take what it seems like a little detour for you to, it's like the Zelda game, right? Where you go and get some gems and beautiful diamonds, and then they support you in the next iteration of your mission or in the next level of the game. So that was that. But I come back to this beautiful temple of abundance mission brand, and it's time to start communicating again. And the reason why, like, I've been going through so many things, but I want to say that there was also a point in which I was also bringing it too much into the mind. Oh, you know, now that things changed, like, maybe I should talk this way, or have this framework, and what's working now, and is this enough? Fucking hamster wheel, the freaking hamster wheel. Is this enough? Is this good enough? Is this how people, you know, are going to receive things? Until I had to see that, my goodness, what is this exhausting game I'm playing? And go back to, why is this inevitable? And can you see, that's number one. Why is this inevitable? Why is the fact that people are going to come, people are going to resonate, people are going to play, people are going to come and play and dance with you, and people are going to be fired up with your message again? Like, why is this inevitable? Well, it is inevitable because this is a frequency thing. When I tell you becoming the inevitable choice that your soul tribe moves toward, the truth of the matter is it's just becoming like stepping into, you are already the one. You are already the one for the soul tribe that you are destined to lead. And there is nothing that can change that. That is an actual fact, that there are souls here who cannot move to the next level of their life and unlock the next level of higher timelines unless they work with you, unless they work with me, unless they work with each and every one of us specifically. Because yes, we are not for everyone, but we are for a very unique and specific collective of souls. Each and every one, what we are doing here, showing up on social media, like creating beautiful content and offerings, is finding our group of souls, the group of souls that we belong to, but also because we are there to lead them in a very specific way, not from superiority, but from, this is the soul magic I came equipped with. This is the key I hold. And when I bring this hold into your sacred life, into your sacred soul mission, this is what's going to happen. And it is inevitable, right? So it took me back to step and to move away and jump out of the hamster wheel of this game of the mind and game of the ego and game of like entitlement potentially also, and all the things, to be able to bring back this code of, this is inevitable because this is soul destiny. And that is one of the core aspects that we work on this beautiful today immersion called Unapologetic Channel. Being able to see ourselves like the way others see ourselves, being able to see ourselves with the eyes of our higher self, Marga, Laura, Kathy, insert your name here, that it's probably 3 or 5 years, I'm going to say 5 years away from now, and can see all the things you accomplished as a result of keep moving forward. That higher self version of you, who is also your mission self, who has the vision as their norm, the vision that you currently hold as your norm. So that is one key, huge thing of being able, like, sometimes we are playing the game of the mind, the game of ego, the game of not enoughness, the game of, is this enough, and even more crushing, the game of making ourselves wrong, being inadequate for our soul mission. And I am here to tell you that is a fucking spell. And we are breaking this spell for good. Because even if you go into moments and pockets where you find yourself too much in your head, too much in your mind, too much in your not enoughness, you're going to be able to snap right back into your power and conviction, because this is the thing. You came already equipped with this. This is within you. This is your energetic field. Is the one that creates this ripple effect and brings forward transformation for others. So what is there to, like the ego, or I said entitlement before. It's not entitlement. I just don't know if it's the same word in English. It's suburb. So I think that's not the one, the word I want to say, but it's when you think you're above something, and so hence it should happen to you, and something like that. So I'll find the word, whatever. Not gonna look for it right now. But so even if you were to go to those little pockets, you're able to bring yourself back into, once again, the unapologetic conviction of, yes, I am the one. I am the one for this soul mission. I am the one for this soul tribe. I am the one holding this unique, specific key that it's it brings liberation, it brings higher perspective, it brings the precise frequency that unlocks higher realities. And what has any of that got to do with confidence? No. Or also with, because I have the number one method and I dominate. My goodness, that language can tell you. No, it actually has to do with surrender, that this is your destiny. Number one, it has to do with co-creation. You are the power of your field, and the power of your channel is the summon of so many versions of you. It is the result of so many versions of you co-creating at once as a unified field. Plus your families of light and your soul mission council. Plus, if you have worked with me or other very few people in the world pioneering this work, if you have your proper soul mission architecture of light, away from, 3D constructs of business, then you're also having like even more resources. So like that's actually very humbling. And also stepping into faith, that of course things happen because it is our destiny. It is the destiny of our soul tribe and us to meet together, to find each other again in this lifetime and receive and co-create and rise together. So activating that unapologetic expression and then bring it into exactly that, the expression. Are you kind of slow when you talk, but that's your way and you actually rather to write and not do video? Well, amazing, beautiful, all in. But can people feel you? Is your frequency there? Are you there? Because what happens when we are operating in the hamster wheel of the mind and our ego and our not enoughness and the parts of us that still feel like resistance or feel pain around not receiving enough validation or whatever it is, because this is a complex work. I said the other day that it is hard to do this, but it is not so much that it is hard. I guess the language, of course, it's important, but freaking hell, it's complex, right? The other thing about being constantly in the mind is that you are not able to live more in your body, right? So if I was to dance right now, how your life is going to change and shift forever when you sign up to Unapologetic channel and receive this work, and then go deep in the work in my upcoming beautiful temple offerings later this year, and just like continue doing this work. If I was to do a dance around that, my goodness, I probably should. And if I'm not gonna do it publicly, I'll do it in the intimacy of my living room, of my house. Because how does it feel to be the chosen one? How does it feel? I am the one that carries these keys, and that is soul truth. How does it feel, beautiful one? This is another huge code. So the first code is the code of soul mission channel and reclamation, and the second code is being able to express that in the world. And I'm gonna tell you what it's available when you are able to move out of your head and step back into your body. Because continuing with my story, this is what happened to me. Because of course, we are always being initiated and being brought back into deeper refinement of our own work, because we are soul geeks and we love what we do, and we can never get enough of exploring another level of our work, right? So I start coming back into the divinity of truth, that I'm the channel for this soul mission. I'm not going anywhere. I was put on this earth with this seed of fire in my soul and in my heart, because I have what it takes to bring this forward, because it's none of this is about me, because all of this is the result of being able to co-create in that unified field. And then I go into the codes of liberation. And well, being able to express, like, if I was to show up for my excitement, if I really wanted to bring something like that is in alignment with my deepest values, which are excellence, which are bringing value, which is using my marketing as a tool for transformation, then what would I do? And that's how this series came to life. And so many of you have been resonating with this, have been saving the lives, have been commenting, have been receiving, which, by the way, if that's you, I love you so much. I'm so grateful that this is being useful. This is everything. Because even if you, for some reason, I really don't get what that reason would be, but even if you don't come and play inside Unapologetic channel, it is my deepest joy to know that you are already receiving beautiful codes of expression and liberation for your soul mission. And then, like, of course, it's like this energy of movement. Like, so many people feel trapped right now on their social media because things change and they are not giving themselves full permission to be themselves. Social media is not above you. Like, freaking algorithms are not above you. Some of you post already thinking that no one is paying attention, that people are not reading. Like, no, don't do that. No, we are looking. We are seeing what you post. We are reading. But where is your power in that? Where are your values? Where, like, it takes something. And so I gave myself full permission to play in the arena. Yes, things have changed. Yes, there is a strategy for things and how to, let's say, the types of content, or how you can marry this conviction with specific types of content so that people move into your paid work. That is why I'm offering this immersion. And that is why, again, I'm not above the skills. I'm still in programs, all the things, right? There is such thing, but I will tell you, there is one thing that hasn't changed since the beginning of history of social media, and actually is now one of the biggest keys that you can unlock for yourself, which is your magnetism, which is, can people feel you? So, my dear, my question to you at this point, as we start wrapping things up and moving into the last portion of this life, where I have a beautiful invitation for you, and I want you to stay, because I really want, if this feels aligned, like, that you stay for a few more minutes, because I have something beautiful to share with you. I want to place this contemplation for you. Is your social media experience is no different than the experience you have of the world, where everything is a mirror, everything is an external projection. And so, as this life comes to an end, I want to leave you with this. If you were to be really honest about the current state of your social media and how you feel with your social media and showing up, what's there? What comes up for you? And the question here then is, and knowing and seeing that this is the way it is, but that you're not a quitter because your soul put you here to carry a message that is worth receiving and being felt by hundreds of thousands and millions, then where could you give yourself even more permission to be all that you already are and liberate yourself, so that your presence, your words were more felt, by the souls meant to receive it? Where could you allow for more permission? Where could you allow for more liberation? And what would light you up? What could be even just one thing that you're not doing, you potentially haven't even explored or done yet, but that is going to bring so much aliveness into the way you show up? Is it potentially do it in stories? Is it potentially like just show up and like show people more about the behind the scenes of the things that are also important in their life, like whatever it is? Is it to sing and dance more on social media? When our social media and our digital presence starts feeling boxed, our bodies can't. They are going to resist. They are going to freeze. They are going to fight. They are going to flight. Your external experience of social media is a reflection of your inner world, in places where you potentially are not fully giving yourself permission to be all that you already are and be all that you came here to be. These days, because I have done this work, because I am the embodiment of this work for many years, but as I was sharing in my story, which I tend to go into storytelling and then like move out of the tangent, and my goodness, yes, that's a skill I have to refine, but am I gonna stay in my head and say, oh my God, and until I can tell stories the way this person does, I'm not gonna F that again? No, we show up the way we are because that's enough. That's always enough and more than enough. Nothing is above us. And even if skills are important, even that shit's not as important as, am I in it? It's my flesh in this. It's my blood and fire in this. It's my full belief in this work. Yes, it is. And so, hence, my experience has also been like so many of you reconnecting back and being like, oh my God, you're on fire and I love this, and just like me having so much fun. Is already such a gain. But also being able to engage and, my goodness, feel this. It's like my soul tribe is moving toward me. My soul tribe is moving toward me. And I love this with all my heart, because behind the scenes, behind closed doors, I'm looking at my door right now, who I am is a ceaseless spirit, a ceaseless fire, a ceaseless, my goodness, I hope that's the right word. Yes, I think so. Stubborn, let's use also that word. Woman who is always sharpening the skills, always sharpening her knives, always so invested in how she embodies her work and how she's got like increases the value so much of what she can give to her clients, because it matters. Service quality matters. Being able to give you what you need so that you move and get traction matters a lot to me. And so I'm happy that people are moving toward me. I'm happy that my soul tribe can feel me. They say, oh my goodness, I can feel this so much. I can feel you so much. And I want this liberated expression and liberated social media, liberated divine digital influence experience for you too, my beautiful soul. Which is why I'm so excited about Unapologetic Channel. The 2-day immersion to activate unapologetic expression and embody being the one your soul tribe moves toward. The inevitable one your soul tribe moves toward. Because inside this work, well, we're having fun. That's number one. If you've been in my world, if you've received from me, you know we always have a good laugh. It's going to be, there's so many elements about embodying inside this specific immersion. It is a 2-day immersion, and I'm so excited about this topic because right now there is this portal of opportunity for you to step into an apologetic channel and come and receive. Because when you step into an apologetic expression for your soul mission, you have no choice but to rise to the occasion. While you, and being all of that and show up in the world like that and be that spark and that lightning bolt and that radiant fire, while you feel ecstatic, while you know this is all a divine game. By the way, this is the last part of the live where I wanted to share something with you. It's this. This is a playground of freedom. And it's the freedom, and that is a very unique and specific freedom. It's the freedom of liberated expression. Public, liberated expression. Public, like, yes, this lives on the internet forever. When you step into an apologetic channel, you have no choice but to give yourself permission to be the magic and to be the spark of inspiration for others. Which that in itself, it's so huge. Because when you give yourself permission to be all that you are and came here to be, in a public way, in your social media, in a visible way, you start creating this subconscious thought in others and triggering this thought of, wow, maybe, just maybe, if I could give myself, if she was able permission, if she was able to give herself permission to be all that she came here to be and all that she is, even with all that weird, maybe, just maybe, I could do the same for me. And this creates a ripple effect where if every person was to recover their brilliance and their authentic expression, this world will have even more light and realities of light. Because the more people shine, the more light there is on earth. And that is a fact. And when you step into an apologetic channel, you have no option but to enjoy the social media game. I got that in itself. It's like, that is just like when the liberation becomes this ecstatic exclamation of, because you're meant to enjoy every single part of your soul mission. What kind of crap is, that you shouldn't, or, that, yeah, but some parts are, supposed to, like feel really tough and you should no sacrifice here. You are meant to enjoy every single part of your marketing, of your mission. And that includes your marketing experience and your social media experience. And let me also tell you, do you want to know who are the people who make the most money in online businesses in general? Are the ones who enjoy their marketing. So, it's like a win-win situation we're talking here. So beautiful soul. Come and play. Come and play in this divine playground where you're going to love, where souls who love the earth, who love humanity, and who love to see others rise, are coming together to claim their brilliance in front of others in an intimate setting inside this 2-day immersion. And raise that expression and the way they talk about what they bring to the table to a whole new octave of frequency that then gets to spread all over the freaking internet and create this magical ripple effect of light. The link to join is in the comments if you're watching this on Instagram or on Facebook, or in bio. And if you're someone who like still has some kind of question, go ahead and reach out via DM. If you're watching this on YouTube, because you're on my email list and you're on YouTube, I love you so much. Comment YouTube so I can know that you and I are connected on YouTube, and or on the email list, yes. And I cannot wait to lead this group of souls and have the time of our lives as we uncover, as we go about becoming and stepping into the greatest level of embodiment, of being the inevitable one, the one your soul tribe moves toward. I love you so much, and see you tomorrow for our final episode 6. Mwah. I love you so much.